Please, in your title, Susie.
Susie Scott, Susiescott, and I am the supervising board member for the 2026 Mandarin Art Festival.
58
58
years.
years. We're closing in on 60.
How has the event evolved through the years and just over the last several, in fact?
Well, it started off originally as just a small show. There was a lot of local, very renowned artists, like Charlie Brown lives across the street. He was a famous potter, and in fact, some of his work is in the Smithsonian. And we had other very world famous artists that lived in Mandarin. They started with a one-day show back in 1968, and it was so successful that they decided to do it every Easter weekend, and it evolved into a two-day show. And now it's an Easter weekend tradition for Mandarin. People come multiple generations, kids, grandkids, everybody that's been coming for almost 60 years now.
Why do you continue to target Easter weekend? It seems like that's such a busy weekend for people.
I think tradition, probably first and foremost, but also for many, many, many years, there were no other festivals on Easter weekend. And so we kind of had the exclusive for our show for decades.
What's new this year? What's exciting? What has you super excited about this year?
The art, the art, the art. It's always about the art. We are a fine art and fine craft show, and many festivals are morphing into food and entertainment. We've kind of stayed true to our roots with fine art and fine craft. This year, we are using some alternate sources to resource our artist base, and we used Where the Shows Are, that has a 14,000 plus database. And we have so many new artists this year. And every time you open an email from a new artist and you see their work and you hear them describe their process, it's exciting. And it's wonderful to welcome them to Mandarin and to this event.
How do you find the next generations of artists? Is it just that database or are there other ways?
There's other ways. We're sadly having some artists that are aging out. We have artists that have been coming for 20 or 30 years to this event, to this festival, and never miss a year. But we are seeing some people that, because they've come so long, they'll email me and tell me, we're just not doing festivals anymore. We've enjoyed the years that we've been with you. But word of mouth, a lot of artists will tell other artists what a great show it is. We have, this year we have quite a few RAM exhibitors that are coming over from RAM because our show manager participates at RAM, and he is bringing on some new talent from RAM.
How important is it to the board to continue to have that localism to the artists while also blending in the national and the international flair that you can get?
I think that balance is what makes this such a good show. Is we have people that our patrons know and look for every year, and then they go to the booth next to them, and they have a brand new artist with beautiful, colorful, creative work. And I think it's that blend that makes it such a great festival.
How many pieces of art in your home have you bought from this festival?
I don't think I can count. I just moved and I'm trying to figure out where to put it all, but it's a challenge I'm up to.
You know, you mentioned that you've kept it focused on the art and the traditional roots. I think that that says so much about this event every year, where the grounds are the same, everything is the same. How how does the board resist the temptation and the pressure to become something else?
We're kind of a little bit old school. Our board is a little bit old school. We do have some new, much younger, in their 20s board members, and discussion. We will talk about what's important. Staying true to our mission, staying true to our roots, balanced with having new ideas. We welcome new ideas and we try to incorporate those, like the pavilion that we're sitting in. This was built 2 years ago, and it's been a wonderful addition to the community because it's dedicated to Harriet Beecher Stowe. And at the same time, it provides an opportunity for people to sit in here, grab some food from the food court, listen to some live music under this beautiful new addition to the venue.
What else might be new and coming for the next couple of years as you're approaching 60? Might there be some surprises along the way?
There could be. I won't rule anything out. I'm just hoping that somebody else will step up and take over some of my responsibilities and duties. And if they do, maybe they'll bring new ideas to the festival that'll just make it that much better.
Who are you looking forward to seeing this year?
Oh my gosh, the list is so long. It really is. There's so many really great artists. We have, I just did a segment yesterday with an artist from St. Augustine, and she is amazing. And one of our show judges is Brenda Council. She just is nationally known and just did a piece in Mandarin, the first ever full-size Harriet Beecher Stowe sculpture. And she's one of our show judges this year. And it's exciting to welcome her as one of our show judges, along with Diane Bradley, who headed up the St. Augustine Art Festival for well over a decade.
How difficult, how competitive is the judging?
It's difficult and it is competitive. Um, it is a fine art and fine craft show, and you have to qualify to even be accepted into the show. And these judges, they have some credentials that are pretty impressive, and they know what they're looking for when they walk to the 120, 130 or so booths. They know who's good, they know who's authentic, and those are the people they'll tap for the prizes.
Are you still tying in the kids, and how important is it for that?
Absolutely. We have the Children's Art Show. We have 15 schools this year, which is a really good representation and pretty much all that the historic building will hold. And that's a great way to encourage kids to get involved in art. We have adults that say, I remember as a child exhibiting in the Children's Art Show at the Mandarin Art Festival. That's huge.
Wow. Do you hope, and have you seen that some of the kids ultimately become adult artists who then are part of the judging and the competition?
Absolutely, absolutely. Brenda Council, as I mentioned, being one of them, she's exhibited in the Mandarin Art Festival. She also has been a judge in the past of the Children's Art Show, and now she's returning to judge the entire fine art and fine craft portion of the show. So we've seen an evolution, and we've seen people mature. We've seen their art change and evolve, and that's an exciting process.
For those who live in Mandarin, we kind of know people have probably already set out the do not park here, but what's the tricks to get in and to get out?
Okay, I'm happy to share that. We have 3 different parking areas. We have Alberts Field parking. We have the Mandarin Masonic Lodge on Loretta Road for parking, and we have Church of Our Savior on Mandarin Road for parking. We have shuttle that'll run approximately every 15 to 20 minutes picking up from those locations, and they drop you right at the gates, and that's really the best way to come. Trying to park on Mandarin Road, I do not encourage that at all. But ride the shuttles, and you'll meet other people, and you can kind of pick up on the vibe as everybody's getting excited and ready to go through those gates.
The other thing that I haven't seen that it's changed is what it costs to get in.
Well, we try to stay pretty close to it's a donation, but it is our primary fundraiser for the year. And with those very important dollars, we have a tree giveaway every year where we return hundreds and hundreds of trees into the Mandarin community. We do a tree lighting the first weekend of December, and that's become a major event for the community club. We host other type of community events. We host candidate forums, and we maintain these historic buildings. So that little $2 donation is really important to us.
What is your goal this year?
Money wise,
Yeah.
or people wise?
Both.
I'd like to see the typical 6,000 to 10,000 people come to the show and enjoy the show. I look forward to the positive comments. And yeah, I'd like to see us top last year's revenue, but if we don't, we're still going to put on a great festival, and we want everybody to enjoy it as part of their Easter weekend.
If someone's looking to make a donation but can't make it, how can they do so?
Through the Mandarin Art Festival website, or through the Mandarin Community Club website, mandaриncommunityclub.org or mandarinartfestival.org.
Have you heard the weather this weekend? It's looking nice.
It's looking pretty good. Sunday's a little iffy, but we'll take as many hours of sunshine and good weather as we can get.
All right, Susie, anything else that I haven't asked you that you want to mention?
No, I just want to encourage everybody to come down and be a part of this really special event in Mandarin and in Jacksonville. Come share Easter weekend with us.
Perfect. Well said. Now,